Factoring by grouping, part two. Okay, and I'm looking here and I'm looking for greatest common factors or GCFs, and I don't see. I have 3, 4, 9, and 12. So the only GCF out of that is 1. So now I want to take out GCFs by groups. So the first two terms here, that should be a square. I can take out an x squared out of both of these. So let's take out x squared, and that leaves behind a 3x minus 4. Okay. Now, here, the GCF between the 9 and the 12 will be a 3. But, you see that it leads with a negative. If your problem leads with a negative, your GCF is also negative. So it won't be just 3, it'll be negative 3. So negative 3. So we're going to divide everything by negative 3 and see what we have left. So negative 9x divided by negative 3 leaves 3x. And 12 divided by negative 3 leaves negative 4. Okay. Now, 3x minus 4 is in both terms. That means that that's a GCF that I can take out. So let's take out the 3x minus 4. And that leaves behind the binomial x squared minus 3. Okay, and that's done. And just to see if we did it correctly, I'm going to distribute just to check. So x squared times both of these will give me 3x to the third power, and times this will give me negative 4x squared. Now I'm going to multiply everything by the negative 3 here, this one and this one. So negative 3 times 3x gives me negative 9x. And negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 4 gives me positive 12. And it does match. So this was the correct factor. All right, down here. Yeah, 25, 40, 15, and 24. There is no greatest common factor there other than 1. So the greatest common factor for just these two right here, the 25 and the 40, that's all in the 5 tables. So I'm going to take out a 5x squared. Okay, that leaves behind a 5x and a minus 8. All right, here the GCF between the 15 and the 24 will be 3. But it leads with a negative. Leads with a negative, your GCF is going to be negative. So we're going to take out not just a 3, but a negative 3. And let's find out what we have left by dividing. So negative 15x divided by negative 3 gives us 5x. And positive 24 divided by negative 3 gives us negative 8. Okay. Now, my GCF for both of these is 5x minus 8. It appears in both terms, so we're going to take that out. And the binomial that's left will be made out of the 5x squared and the negative 3. And that's finished. Okay, let's take a look at this one. This one's a little nicer. It's going to be a little less work. But if you notice, there's no GCF in the entire problem other than 1. So we'll try to take a GCF out of the first two. And what's common to both of these is that there's an x in both of these. So I'm going to take out of x. So x here, and that leaves behind a single x here and a 5y. Okay, we take the x out. Now the GCF for these two right here will be a y. Let's take a y out of both of these. So let's take that out and make sure we say adding on this. And then y times what's left. Divide this by y, it leaves x. Divide this by y, it leaves 5. Let's see. Let me check my numbers. I think I wrote something incorrectly. Yeah, I think I did. Either I left out a square here. I got too much there. I think I left out a square there. So y squared. So I can take out a y. It'll still be a y here left. Okay. There we go. That fixes it. So now that I have my GCF here of x plus 5y here, and x plus 5y there, we can take that GCF out. X plus 5y. And then what's left will be this x and this y here. They'll have their own binomial. And we're finished. Okay. All right, last one. This one right here. This little monster. And you notice that there's no GCF in the entire problem other than the number 1, because you got a 75, a 45, a 30, and an 18. Can't divide that by anything common other than the number 1. Okay, so we're going to take out a GCF out of the first two. And I'm pretty decent at my 15 timetable, so I kind of recognize the 75 and the 45, so I can take a 15 out. And also, they both have A squares, so we can take those out. And that's about it. Okay. So let's see what's left after taking out a 15 and an A squared out of both of these. Let's see. This should be 5C. Now this should be -3 and then the D. Okay. All right, next. The GCF at 30 and 18, I believe, is going to be 6. But it leads with a negative. It leads with a negative, so you got to take out a negative 6 as opposed to a positive 6. So let's take out a -6. And let's see what's left. Oh, I'm sorry. There's also a B in both of these. So it's not just a 6, it's a 6B. So let's pull the B out as well. All right, so we're going to pull a -6, a negative, a 6, and a B out of all three of these. So -30 BC divided by -6B will leave us 5C. And the positive 18 BD divided by -6B will leave us basically a -3D. Okay. All right. So we got everything. All right. So we have a GCF here of 5C minus 3D right there as well. We're going to take these out. 5C minus 3D. And then what's left will be these outside terms here, the 15A squared and the -6B. So 15A squared and the -6B. And that's it.